Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. If you are watching this not live, enjoy the review. I don't know if you're gonna have some music on or not today. I haven't prepared anything, so I might put it on in a little while. Hope everybody's doing fine. Bitcoin is looking, close to doing something eventually. It's been boring these last couple of it's been eventful. I wouldn't say boring. Like down here it's kind of boring, but it has been eventful pumps overall. It's all good. Ilias, first man, second. What's up, Captain? Always in the chat. Damjan, I am first, just low, lol. Yeah, that doesn't help, man. You have to say it actually. Can you ban me from a stream? It doesn't matter if I ban you from the stream. You can still watch, man. You can still watch. The addiction never goes away. Hi, John. Yo. What's up? What's going on, boss? Drop me some good news. I don't think I have any good news, but everything looks nice. Ready to set up before we get this and then it's over. Before we get out, out of the triangle, nothing is done yet. I'm always here, so number one doesn't matter. Hey, Rick, what's up? Beats can never pump again. Beat it's at the zero. Hey, Captain, working on triples now or something. Guys. Let me shield the stream a little bit before we do something about this. Check what's happening. Thanks, guys. Ćao, brate moj, kako si? Šta kažeš? Će da padne večera sve. Pozdrav iz Beča. Will everything dump tonight? We'll analyze the moons in a little while. Whether we dump or pump, I think it's more probable to pump, but it can turn on a dime. As long as we are in this triangle and we are not out of the triangle on either side, we do not know what's gonna happen, unfortunately. CK says possibly big dump then big pump moons. If CK says, yeah, I watched today's CK video and he was quite bearish, so everybody thinks it's gonna it might go down, so we should be contrarian to these people, to CK, and we say pump. We have another full moon. Yeah, the full moon starts tomorrow. It's not the night, it's tomorrow, but we'll see how that plays out. Let me just do this over here and this over here and just tell people it's on, guys. It's on. The live stream is on. Hey boss, I know everything follows Bitcoin, but man, can you take a look at Bitcoin Cash for me? No. Bitcoin Cash, man. There has been literally no news about Bitcoin Cash. It's such a bad, bad stuff. Bitcoin Cash, man. Bitcoin Cash. It's so long since you look at this, man. You didn't even get to the all-time high during this bull market. Look here. It went, in 2017. The top was at 4,000. 4,000. Right now you came to 1,005. You're not even halfway there. And right now you're almost at these levels down here. It just does not look all that good, man. It just doesn't look all that good. I mean, there is always probability it's gonna break the trend and do a nice pump towards the upside. But until it does that, until it does that, we don't know quite what's gonna happen. Let me just see here if it has the same kind of divergence that everything is having right now. Yeah, so here's the bullish scenario. This isn't only Bitcoin Cash, but there is bullish divergence down here. So we are hoping this is gonna pump above 337 or whatever this is, 333. If it pumps up, you got this nice double bottom here. Might see a nice pump up here, but overall Bitcoin Cash is unfortunately not performing in any kind of way or shape or form. Nobody's talking about Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash, everybody talked about it when it was released, when it was forked, but after that, no. There he is, the legend. When the man. How you doing, when? Bjornar, hola, man. The dude gaming. Hit the like, guys. Yeah, hit the like, guys. Hit like and tell YouTube that this guy is doing TA on coins nobody cares about. I'm good. Nice. So yesterday in live stream I asked guys, what is the excitement? Where is the, you know, where is the excitement that's gonna bring the masses back into the crypto right now? Unfortunately, I don't see excitement. I don't see anything that's being excited right now. So I think something gotta pop pretty soon. I think something, you know, if we want to see some big moves up here to 60, 100K, stuff like that, I think we need some excitement. You know, DeFi is not very exciting. Metaverse, it's kind of, you know, blew off. NFTs, old news. I don't know, guys. I don't know where the excitement lies. Like, we can still do a second round of meme coins, NFTs, Metaverse, you know, DeFi, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it, you know. Maybe alt season soon. Not even close, man. Not even close. If you want to see alt season, what you're gonna experience first is Bitcoin rallying. Only after Bitcoin rallies and have a small pullback, it's when, you know, the continuation of the next move towards the upside, that's when you'll see all season. But, you know, in these kind of environments, Bitcoin always rallies first, creates bullishness, and on the first sell-off, the all season starts. Hi man, please check Merit Circle. I don't even know what it is, but I'll look at it very, very quickly and say that I don't like this chart. It had a nice pump, but everything is having right now nice pump. How much is this pump down here? It might have been a pretty legit pump. 20%, pull back to 11%. Managed to stay above this 20 moving average, which is quite nice. So, you know, we'll see if this has any continuation going on over here. It just broke this downtrend down here. You see it broke the downtrend, pumped a little bit, pumped, you know, 20% until the resistance. Right now, you know, stopping up there. But everything has these pumps, guys. Everything has, but just because something pumps 20% doesn't mean that, you know, it's done. Doesn't mean that, okay, we are done with the dumping. These things happen, guys. These things happen always, like always. You know, you have these nice moves towards the upside. Sometimes you get you know, you get some kind of double bottom or whatever, right? You get some kind of finishing move. This looks like it, you know, bottomed out here nicely. It's very close to this bottom down here. Now we have a nice pump. The question is, will this continue pumping on the downside? It doesn't show anything right now that's, you know, super bullish or anything like that. It's not even above 2.4. Buy when there isn't any excitement. Exactly. This is yeah, you know, this might be time for buying. This might be time for, you know, accumulation. But there is no excitement right now. Zero excitement. I think, you know, first this excitement went down here when everybody got scared big time and thought we're going to zero. Then with a big pump, then everybody, you know, that sold down here bought up here. Then we went back down here again. Then everybody starts selling again. Right now everybody's thinking we're gonna go down, so they are preparing for the selling. So, you know, the question is, will we go down or up? So there is a couple of bullish things on Bitcoin right now over here. The most bullish is these last couple of, you know, 3-4 days that we had, that we create some very nice bullish moves. Now, first bullish move is up here. This is bullish engulfing candle above. Let me zoom in a little bit. Above this 10 moving average up here. That's the first bullish move. The second bullish move was up here. Even though we went down, we managed to stay above the 10 moving average. The third bullish move is this move up here, getting above the 20 and 50 moving average all the way to the resistance. That's a third bullish move, and this is right now creating fourth bullish move if it can manage to stay above the 10 and 20 moving average. So if it can we can stay up here, maybe, just maybe, tomorrow we blast to the skies, guys. We blast to the skies, maybe. It's all you know, relative, but, you know, I think these were 1, 2, 3, 4 bullish days in a row, and, you know, it played out pretty nicely so far. I also like that we managed to, you know, hug this bottom side up here, but we never broke it. We tried to break it, but we never broke it up here, right? And down here you can see here how we got squeezed by the moving averages and it just bounced right above the moving averages. And I love this, because oftentimes when you got some kind of, you know, triangle up here and you got some kind of moving averages and you are fighting to get above these moving averages, you know, at very very ending up here, oftentimes you see, you know, pump above the moving averages and then, you know, blast through the sky towards the upside. So this to me looks bullish so far, you know, but, you know, never say never, because for whatever reason, if this stumps right back down here, you know, big time, that's kind of game over. That's kind of, because we know if we get out of this pattern up here, this continuation pattern, of course, but you know, there's always probability towards the upside and downside. It's not, oh, it's continuation pattern 100% towards that. It doesn't work that way, guys. TA doesn't work on 100% you know, metrics. There are probability both to the upside and the downside. Maybe the downside is a little more likely considering the big trend, but here in the short, very less move up here, it does look like it might break to the upside, and if that happens, you know, we might see nice moves. But I like this. I like these last 3-4 days. It's been nice, it's been good, it's been cozy, it's been relaxing. It's okay, guys, it's okay. I'm bullish on everything that hasn't pumped yet. Market always moves together. Engine changed a trend. Engine changed the trend. I'm interested in if you know your stuff, man. Engine changed the trend. Now you can change the trend on the 5-minute chart, on the 1-hourly chart, on the daily, on the weekly, on the monthly. The bigger the time frame, the better. So you know, you want to change the trend on the big time frame. That's why we always look for Bitcoin to change the trend on the weekly time frame, because that means it's gonna, you know, persist for a little while. If something changes the trend on a 1-hourly time frame, I mean, it might last, you know, half a day, and then it's over. Right, so you know, we want big time frames, and this is daily time frame. Let's see weekly time frame. So weekly it doesn't look like it's broken. Let's remove everything up from the chart so I can show you up here, so you can see what I'm saying. Like on the small time frames, it might have broken the trends, but you can see here it still hasn't broken the trend on the weekly time frame, and that's the most important one. It still hasn't broken the trend on the weekly time frame. So yeah, maybe on some other time frames it did break the trend, but you know, over here on the daily time frame, we could drop the lines and just look at these last 50 days or something like that, or whatever this is, this last 22nd January, this couple of months over here. So this move up here, this trend up here, it's getting broken right now. Definitely getting broken right now. But as you just saw on the weekly, and the most important trend up here, we still haven't, let me just go back a little bit, we still haven't broken the trend yet. So you know, it on daily, yeah, on daily we did a short-term break on the downside here, and this is the short-term trend, right? It's only when you consider these three top. Technically not. I mean, these two up here, you cannot even consider this one up here. You gotta have 1, 2, and then these, and then we broke this. So you know, very small time trend up here. The bigger the trend, but you know, up here, let's see if we can just draw this line nicely on the daily time frame. Maybe something like this, maybe, but this should be weekly, right? This should be weekly, give or take, right? Yeah. I'm looking at this. So any depends how to draw the line. Yeah, depends how to draw the line. But any, you know, drawing the line, do you draw, you know, from the, even on the daily time, do you draw up here, you know, down here and create like this, or do you use these last weeks? Because definitely it did break some kind of trend, but you know, depends on how far you zoom out and how much of the trend you are looking for. But I would say, like, you can say that it broke this trend over here, but you can still say, oh man, it's still, you know, super bullish because it didn't break this trend up here. You can see here we are still technically in uptrend, man. Yeah, we are in uptrend, but you are using you know 1 year of the data to find the, you know, this you know, technically an uptrend, right? Because you gotta, you know, higher highs, higher lows. So you know, what we are really interested in, you know, identifying very important you know, current trends. And I think this big down sell-off, if you look at on the weekly time frame, this, because here are several trends, like this is a trend, this is a trend, this is a short-term trend, this is a trend, and I think this is a trend as well. So you can see here we got a 1 2 3 4 5 trends up here, this up here 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. There are 6 trends on this, right? And depends, like if you look at on daily, there are several more trends than these 6 because these are like big trends up here. So you can say this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3rd trend, this is the 4th, maybe this is the 5th trend up here or something like that, right? So you have to look at it, you know, how much you zoom in and zoom out, right? So there are several trends on a chart, right? But we always love to look on the weekly time frame and find these trends on the weekly time frame and try to break these weekly trends, because if you break the weekly trend, if you break out, because this is a weekly trend right now that's happening up here, if you can manage to break the weekly trend, that means that, you know, the next move is gonna be, you know, be a little bit longer than, you know, a couple of days. You understand, it's gonna last for a while, and that's what we like, because when you break something like this over here, the daily trend, right? And we might assume this is the daily trend because it does nicely confirm these wicks on the downside up here, and then you got this breakout. You know, this might, you know, last a little while, and then that's it, you know. You know, the air goes out of the balloon and then it's down again, right? So daily trends, it can be important, you know, especially for trading and stuff like that, but overall we want to break the weekly trends. Let's see Bitcoin weekly trends over here. Which chart are we gonna use? This up here. On the Bitcoin chart, it does look like we broke the weekly trend. That's the beauty of this, right? So you can see up here we are definitely broken this weekly trend up here on the Bitcoin. We went up here, went down, right now kind of going sideways up here. I kind of like these big wicks to the upside. You can see these big wicks to the upside. It means that there is a lot of bullishness going towards the upside, and there is a huge support down here at 37,000, right? Support, very nice support at 37,000, and right now we are trying to go up from over here. Bullishness kicks in, I think, above, you know, 42, 420 up here, give or take. I think bullishness kicks in above here, because then you have this, you know, double bottom up here where you continue to upside. Also, going to show you that on the daily time frame we actually have no divergences on anything like that. Yeah, so let me just make this shorter. There is no divergence up here at the end on the daily. On the 4 hourly, no divergence. Everything is playing out nicely. On the weekly time frame there is divergence, but this divergence is, of course, RSI divergences are by definition lag indicator. So you can see here the RSI goes towards the upside, this goes towards downside, but if you can get above 42.4 this week or something like that, there will be no divergence up here as well. So, you know, this can definitely technically still play out. Still 3 days and 4 hours left, so we'll see that. Adrian Simic, 10 bucks. Good morning from Australia, brate. How are we? I'm trading Jasmine the 1 hour. I'm thinking she has one more pump to 0.27, then some good retrace. Thoughts? Jasmine, trading Jasmine, man. Big balls, big balls. That's big balls, man. Trading Jasmine. But, you know, right now Jasmine is up 10%. Cake is up 20%, man. We talked about Cake yesterday and said, like, man, this thing is, you know, dying. And then it pumps, of course. As soon as I say something, things pumps, right? So there was this falling wedge and it pumped towards the upside. Let's see Jasmine up here. Jasmine is still continuing up here to 25, 26. 27, yeah, 27, give or take. So we did check out Jasmine yesterday. So, you know, these lines are from yesterday, I think. So this move towards the upside, we said that, you know, that the resistance is at the 50 moving average up here. That's 25, 27. There's these two lines up here, right? That's the resistance. It goes pretty fast up to resistance, so it's already a little bit extended up here. So I would assume pretty close up here. It needs to reverse on the downside a little bit or consolidate up here if it's gonna continue going towards the upside. But there is nothing on the chart that says like bullish or anything like that right now. Let's see, since we are already talking about weekly trends and stuff like that, let's see where the weekly trend that we would like to break eventually, right? Over here is this, give or take, right up here, maybe. Let's go today, just see if we can manage to draw these lines a little bit nicer up here. I would say something like here. Maybe it's breaking the trend. This is a 2-day trend or something like that, right? Big stuff, big stuff. but you know, this should be up here, this should be maybe down here, because it does confirm. So it's all the way up at 0.033. You can see here going sideways and then increasing the speed, and right now having a bump, right? So this bump can actually technically go all the way up to 33. So I would say, although I'm looking at 25, 27 to be first resistance, all the way up here at 33 might also be very important level, you know, to hit 0.33. Was that? Yeah, it's 32, 33, give or take. 32, 33. That's important level to hit up here as well. So you know, which one is gonna be, you know, sometimes it's a little bit hard to say. It's gonna be 25, 27 or 33. Yeah, give or take, give or take. Let me see down here. So on the daily time frame, we are in no way or shape or form overbought on the RSI. We are only at 55, and you can see you haven't been at 55 since back up here. You know, this came up to 65, so if this is gonna get rejected and it's continue downtrend, it's gonna, you know, hit 65, something like that. Because above 70 or something like that on RSI, you are kind of in an uptrend territory. Having this bullish move towards the upside, getting above the zero line. Let me see weekly. Weekly is interesting, but we don't have enough data on the weekly. Let me see 2-day. Daily. We are getting overextended on the daily. We are getting overextended on the daily. Let me pull it like this. I'll remove this up here. Yeah, getting up there. I mean, this 35 extension from the 10-20 moving average. So yeah, I'm thinking we are getting pretty close to some kind of pullback down here. This was nice pullback, and right now it's getting up to the, you know, these 25, 27, first resistance, 33 next. Which one of these is gonna be depends. It's only if you can, you know, it can manage to break these two resistance that we are looking at 72, 79. We'll see when we get to that point. Right now it's, you know, I'm still looking at 25, 27 because this has been just bleeding to death, you know. This is like 96.7% dump from the all-time high. So I'm looking at this 50 moving average. I think it's a very important 50 moving average on the daily. Let me see weekly moving average is where that the 10 moving average on the weekly is at 33. So definitely this 33 level can be hit, you know. Daily is up 33. You got this 100 moving average all the way up here, but weekly 10 moving average is at 33. So and there is confluence up here. Yeah, 25, 27 or 33. Yeah, pick your poison. Well, too much stuff on the screen. Just watch the 6-hour candle. That will tell you more than all the TA. 6-hour candle. Why did you pick some random number like 6-hour candle? We are watching 4-hourly. Litecoin, cake, this, that. Yeah, cake pump, but you know, it has this falling wedge on the downside. Let's check something interesting, guys. Let's see something that's in green. Ethereum is in green. Indeed, in fact, it is in green. Is Ethereum breaking this? Let me see up here. No. So this is short-term trend for Ethereum. We drew it like this. It's not like this. It's up here. So that's around 2880. Give or take 2880 today. Tomorrow it's going to be 2860. Still haven't broken, and this needs to be readjusted, of course. Maybe something like this. So this looks like this is the triangle for but it doesn't look symmetrical. It does not look symmetrical. This looks more symmetrical than this over here. I like symmetrical triangles, you know. So this over here looks more symmetrical to me. Maybe in something like this up here looks more symmetrical, you know. Symmetrical triangles, yeah. That's where the game is at. Brother, thank you. No. Thank you for the money. Appreciate it. I don't know, you know, in when we had the bull market and stuff like that, I don't think there were this many, you know, people trying to, you know, contact me, you know, with these random exchanges and, you know, promotion of this and that coin and stuff like that. But you know, now lately, you know, it's been, you know, out of the, you know, out of this world. So let me just look, let's look at something interesting. Like, wow, oil is up 10%, man. Oil pumped on the support down here. Nice bounce so far, nice bounce. It hit this 50 moving average, bouncing towards the upside. I'm still thinking this might, you know, go towards downside. I don't know how sure I'm this gonna continue towards the upside. If you can manage to get above the moving averages up here, consolidate, maybe, you know, do a nice move towards the upside. Maybe that can happen. Maybe this is some kind of bottom down here, but right now I don't see it. I think this may, you know, it's still on the way to the downside. Even with this 8% move towards the upside, I think it's still on the way to the downside. What's this? Wheat features. Wheat is going down. Silver is a little bit down. Gold is a little bit down. How do you call it? Fertilizer. Chambal fertilizer. Now, fertilizer. China fertilizer. I don't know how to, you know, what's fertilizer? Nitrion or something like that. Nitron. Nah, I have absolutely no clue what's happening, bro. Friend, what's happening? Not much is happening. We are just waiting for this, you know, this triangle. By the way, now it's time we can pop some music in the chat. Let's pop some music, make it a little bit interesting up here. There we go, but we'll start from the start. There we go. Now we got music. Now the good stuff starts, guys. Now the good stuff starts. It's kaplan on the 4-hourly. Dynazezai. Beat its cup and handle on the 4-hourly. 4-hourly cup and handle. Yeah, it might be cup and handle, but it's kind of weird cup and handle. You know, this up here. It's kind of weak cup and handle. I don't see any kind of nice move towards that side. You know, we are often when we are trying to identify cup and handle, we are often watching the moving averages. So, you know, moving averages, you know, the price will go something like this and go down and they go climb above the moving averages, come back to the moving averages. The cup and handle pattern is created by the moving averages. At least that's what's gonna, you know, show us to us. But I don't see the cup and handle right now. Pak razumiem. Let's face it, we are not even above key level like 44 or even 42. We are making lower highs at the moment and we closed weekly with 2 massive bearish candles. So I'm not optimistic. Yeah, that's why we're not looking at the big time frames. We are focusing on the 4-hourly daily, you know. But let's check out big time frames. Are we bullish on big time frames, guy? Is Bitcoin bullish on big time frames? So he says 2 massive bearish candles. So he sees these inverted hammers as bearish. I see them as bullish because we are holding the support down here. So I would say that these candles, actually these 3 candles, are very bullish candles. So this created this bottom, this held the bottom, this went down to the bottom, and this even bounced from this bottom. So this bottom of 37,000 did hold nicely for almost a month now, and you know, I think that's quite impressive. There is no divergence up here, so everything looks nice and dandy, right? There's no divergence. Soon we might be getting, I mean, it's still not, you know, totally, you know, obvious right now, but you know, we might be getting this bullish cross on the MACD in a couple of weeks. We are not quite there yet, but you know, it's in the making. This can always, of course, do something like this and go on the downside, but you know, there's something, right? And right now still 3 days left, but we are creating one of these first important moves, and that's getting above this 10 moving average up here. If we can manage to do that, close above, you know, 39,000 something like that this week, I think that's gonna be nice. Overall, like we said last time, we gotta get above 42.4 up here, above 42.420 above here to be bullish. But you know, the resistance on this move, big resistance, the way I see, should come around the 20-50 moving average at 46,000. Yes, we are not, you know, we are not a 60-70,000 in a steep uptrend or anything like that to be calling us bullish. But short-term time frames right now are telling us that we just might become very bullish, because like I explained in the start of the video, these candles up here, this 1, 2, 3, 4 are all bullish candles. Even though they are red, they are bullish candles, and we have managed to climb certain resistance levels, which increases the bullishness. So right now we gotta get out of this triangle, right? And if you go do that, increase the bullishness, you know, and you know, probabilities towards the upside increase every time we break any kind of resistance. So that's, you know, starts to look good. Big M pattern. Now we are not going that way. Big M pattern. I'm looking at, you know, some crazy, you know, stuff. There are two things. There are two things that I want to show you. The first is Nupl, guys. But you know, Nupl on Glassnode. Now the problem with Nupl on Glassnode is that this chart over here doesn't go all the way it only goes to 2021 or something like that, right? So what we can do is go Nupl Glassnode and then search for images, and of course somebody is always somewhere. Not this one. Somebody is always posting. First move, no, the second move. 2022, right? 2022. There we go. Somebody's always posting somewhere some kind of, you know, Nupl. Yeah, open image, new tab. Let's see if we can zoom in image. So this is Nupl net unrealized profit loss. So every time we get to this blue area up here, you know, euphoria, we, you know, dump big time. Green is euphoria, so euphoria starts up here. You can see here euphoria start once we start going up here. Even on the way down it was euphoria, but right now we're in this yellow area, right? So in this yellow area, every time you get back in the yellow area, not every time, like over here we got into the yellow area down here, but we managed to get up. But oftentimes when you get into the yellow area after the green, you continue into the orange and then the red area, right? So this looks like it just might continue on the downside. I don't know if this can continue on the downside. I don't know. Technically, I don't know if this can continue on the downside. See, optimism, anxiety. So red is capitulation, hope, fear is, you know, up here is hope, down here is fear. Optimism and anxiety. So when you are going up, you know, it's optimism, but we're going down is anxiety. So right now we might be in some kind of anxiety phase. Belief in denial. So towards upside is belief in denial. So both euphoria and greed. So up here is euphoria and greed at the top up here, right? So depends on which direction you're going. But right now, you know, I think people are having a lot of anxiety. I don't think it's belief, but I think anxiety that we might dump on the downside, especially if we, you know, break on the downside. I think anxiety is gonna kick in. Any chance of this being a dead cat bounce in the mating? It's a big chance, man. Big chance. Big chance it's like dead cat bounce in the making. So I'm looking at this 46 level up here. If he cannot get back above the 46 level, or even 42.4, what are we even doing with our lives, right, guys? If he cannot even do that. But you see monthly still got 14 days left. And we have this extension smack, hug, try to go up, down. Right now consolidating here between 45 and 38,000. this is consolidation, and I would not like to see a move on the downside up here. The best case scenario is we get back above this 10 moving average and do something like this and then continue towards the upside. That's the best case scenario, but right now we don't know. So this monthly candle that's gonna close in 14 days, so 2 more weeks, that's gonna close. We are looking, you know, worst case scenario, we just close between these two lines because that doesn't tell us anything. You know, worst case scenario, we close between the lines in here, we close between the lines, right? If we do that, like, how are we gonna analyze the chart, right? But if we close down here or close up here, you know, up here, you know, bullishness increases, down here bearishness increases. So I would like at least, you know, close below 38.7 or close above 45.5 or something like that, to just tell us a little bit on the monthly time frame where we're going. Like over here, you know, you go below it, you know, you might, you know, become a little bit more bearish, you get rejected, you are bearish, then you got a nice pump up here. Right now, you know, it's trying to, you know, consolidate up here in the last part, and this consolidation has to break up out soon, right? So that's what we're looking for. Let me do an indicator up here. Let me just look at BB Bollinger Bands. Yeah, on the monthly, you cannot even look at this on the monthly. But you can see that we are definitely hit the top up here. Wow, you can actually see the top on Bitcoin up here on the monthly time frame, right? This is funny stuff, man. You can use Bollinger Bands to see the top. So you can see here, every time you get this reversal after these big drops, you can see the reversal. Every time you get to this big reversal, it's game over. But what we have right now, you can see here, and this pulled us right back up here again. But as soon as you start going up here, that might be the button. That might be the button, right? You can see you start moving up. That might be button. So guys, just by looking at the Bollinger Bands, we discovered something new. B bands looks good. Yeah, B bands, monthly B bands look good. First of all, you can spot exactly the tops up here as soon as it reverses. But as soon as this, you know, starts going sideways up here, right? Starts going sideways, you might be experiencing some kind of bottom, right? So that's what we're looking at right now. So, you know, maybe we discovered something new today. Bollinger Bands, you know, every time you get these moves up here, it indicates some kind of bottom, right? So maybe we're at the bottom, guys. Good luck, good luck. Maybe we did what we needed to do. We are back at the bottom. It looks nice. So definitely something to watch for. Let's see up here more. Okay, you know what we have to do? Bottom is in. Yeah, I'm just in time for another great revelation. Yeah. Sometimes we discover something, you know, and we get very excited about it. Right now it's Bollinger Bands, but we are gonna call it, you know, adopter bands as soon as I you know, redo the indicator. I'm gonna remake the indicator and rewrite it a little bit. Bollinger monthly does not make sense, lol. Of course it makes sense. Didn't you just see what I just showed you, man? Didn't you just see what I showed you? It all depends on what you're analyzing, right? Anyway, guys, we gotta do what this shows is all about. Moon phases, guys, moon phases. So just gonna remove these annoying stuff, and there we go. We got the moon phase. You know what we can do? Maybe we can do the mark. Full moon is something like this, right? Full moon, and then new moon is more like this, but smaller. Okay, so this is new moon, and then full moon should be, you know, maybe brighter. That's a full moon, right? Okay. So these are new moons. These are full moons, okay? So you can see that we haven't had much luck on the last full moon, because last full moon dumped us down, but technically it didn't dump us down. You know, people say that the full moon would say that, let's see this on the 4 hourly so we can be more precise. You can see people are saying that this is the new moon, right? So people are saying that on the full moon we got dumped down, but we technically didn't get found out, you know, because from the start of the full moon to the end of the full moon, we just kind of, you know, held the price. On the new moon up here, we technically did go down. We technically did go down because here is the new full moon. Previously up here from the new moon, this is the new moon, to the full moon, we actually went up, right? So this new moon did not dump. It just started dumping us down, but, you know, bullishness kicked in. Up here, this full moon unfortunately was kind of bearish. Because this went on the downside. Let me just draw these lines somewhere up here, give or take. So we can just, you know, see how this actually progressed. Just in this bearish, you know, market up here. Let me see. Okay, that's enough. That's enough lines. We forgot one line up here, of course. Okay, so you can see here, this part over here did pull us on the downside. Now this new moon also kicked us down. This full moon technically went kind of sideways, you see, sideways. This new moon was a big dump. This is the, you know, 4th of December dump. This was the worst, you know, worst full moon. But we, you know, we predicted the moon, right? The central planet. We predicted the full moon up here. We predicted a big happening on the 4th of December, and, you know, the 4th of December, you know, happened. You can see here, this is the full moon. You know, it kind of goes sideways, and this is the new moon. Dumps us down. So new moon down, full moon sideways. New moon down, full moon sideways. Full moon sideways, new moon down, full moon still down, because this was, you know, some kind of maybe recapitulation area, right? And right now we have a new moon here that's going towards upside, and then we got a full moon sideways. This new moon goes towards downside, and the question is if this full moon will go towards the upside, right? So you can see, although people are saying that, you know, full moons are dumping us down, they do dump us down, but by the time we get the new moon, we are all, you know, just back where we start. It's only this full moon up here on the 18th of January that pushed us down, and we didn't recover until we got the new moon. But right now we are having this, you know, full moon that's happening here tomorrow, and, you know, the question is, will we, because I don't believe that this full moon is just gonna, you know, dump us down and get us back to where we are. I think that this full moon just might pump us towards the upside. Don't you think, the central planet? Don't you think? We can't see the black moons, I'm afraid. Okay, man. Okay, let me adjust these black moons. It doesn't matter. You see the lines, right? You see the lines. There we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So you can see the full moon is gonna pump the price. So we found out two things in this stream. Number one, we found out the Bollinger Bands right now telling us we are at the bottom. And the second thing that we found out is that this new moon, and you can see here, you know, low, higher, low, higher, low. So you can see the full moons are pushing us technically towards the upside. Gonna make bottom green ones and top red ones. Oh yeah, the green and red, you know, pump and dump moon, of course. Why didn't I think of that, man? Yeah, so the full moon should be green, of course, and the top one should be red. There we go. We're just gonna increase a little bit, you know, 15 and this 15, okay. So there we go. The red moons, the dump moons, are the new moons, and the green moons are the pump moons, right? So we are expecting a new green moon here, right? There we go. This moon is gonna pump us, guys. This moon is gonna pump us to the moon, to the moon. So that's what we're looking at, right? So you can see, although people are saying that, you know, full moon is dump moon right now, it's not. Technically it's not. I mean, we can start dumping, but we always recover during the full moon time. And right now we are going into the ending of this this triangle pattern. We are coming to the ending of this triangle pattern, right? And at the ending we are getting the full moon, so I'm pretty bullish towards the upside. We also saw that bulging bands on the monthly time frame was telling us that, hey man, bottom is in. So it's all good on ending. We should probably screen cap this copy chart image and go to, you know, Twitter. And post it and say, oh good guys, we analyze the moon. It will be a good moon. Tweet. Some hopium. Choco ban. I think lower than that. Just remember BTC will top out at around 57.07 fib level, then enter into a real bear market. This is always the case. Any rise now is a dead cat, and attention should be on alts during this time. I don't think so, man. I think right now, you know, attention should be at Bitcoin. Bitcoin always goes first. The next full moon is called the warm moon. Yeah, it's called the warm moon, but why it's called the warm moon? Next full moon, you can see here that full moon color. What's next? So agree. So the one we are having right now, it's warm moon. Warm moon, but what, you know, we got wolf moon, snow moon, warm moon, pink moon, flower moon, strawberry moon, buck moon, sturgeon moon, harvest moon, hunter's moon, beaver moon, and cold moon. Is any of these dates November the 8th, beaver moon, cold moon, December 8th. So right now we're having this warm moon. Let's see, warm moon. A warm moon will light up the sky this week. The warm moon will shine before dawn Friday. It is the last full moon of the winter 2022. The warm moon, last full moon is blah blah blah. What is the warm moon? Southern Native American tribes named the warm moon after the earthworm cast, essentially faces. So poo-poo that emerges as the ground thawed. I don't know what this word is at the end of the winter, according to NASA. Earthworm cast, essentially faces. So this is a poo-poo moon. I think also should go up. I personally think it's too early to be crash after this new all-time high. Big crash, I think. Beaver. Yeah, beaver moon. That's the good one. Stop telling the market makers are playing slow. Also, don't ignore physical gold in such times. This will not give you 100x. Gold doesn't do that, but it guarantees the retained value of your hard-earned cash. Nah, I don't think so, man. I'm bullish on gold because it broke, you know, towards the upside and stuff like that. But you know, with everything happening with Russia and stuff like that, Russia right now got two things: oil and gas, and they got gold. Everything else is, you know, sanctioned. So I think, you know, those two things might be next in line. We'll see. So we'll see what happens with gold. But if they ban, you know, trading of, historically it's a dead cat bounced to 0.7. Fibonacci's, man, Fibonacci's. We don't do Fibonacci's. We don't like Fibonacci's. Bollinger's band. Bollinger band, the 4-hourly time frame, 2-day, weekly. Weekly showed us, you know, big dumps. This is what we are looking for. To find the top up here, we are looking for these extensions on the weekly time frame. We are looking for extensions on the weekly time frame. Now this extension never came on the BB. It started going up here and was supposed to drop big time on the downside. You know, it was supposed to drop big time on the downside down here, right? And then we would call it the top, but this kind of just recovered. This went down here and just recovered up here. So technically we are ready to do the move. We are ready to do the move. We are ready to do the move. Buy low, sell high. The weekly looks even better, BB bands. I think the monthly looks fine. I think the monthly looks fine. I think the monthly is actually telling the tale of a bottom. I mean, I like this. I mean, when you look at the bulging bands, you see that this down here is the bottoms, are the tops, right? But you can also see on the weekly time frame that every time you kind of, you know, come to this, you know, back to closing these bulging bands, back to closing, you just start to closing. This is the bottom. This is, you know, the bottom up here. This went a little bit choppy up here, but you know, it kind of went up here. You know, this was the bottom, so you can see the bottom. But I'm gonna post this on Twitter as well. You know, let's give people something to talk about. Twitter. Just pull. There we go. No more secrets. It's okay, man. I don't have that many followers on Twitter, you know, so anything I post, all the secrets, they get nobody believes me. Nobody. This hurts my eyes, lol. Just checking the moon phases. I didn't realize the moon had an arse. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. So yeah, maybe it's the bottom, right? Maybe it's the bottom. It's hopium, guys, it's hopium. All hopium is good hopium. Magnets do not ignore 6,000 years of history of gold. Gold and silver is real money. It's not real money. It's real value, not real money. Money and value is different things. You cannot trade gold and silver. Like, you had to do it before, but you cannot, you know, the gold and silver will never be traded like it's just traded like, you know, paper trade. You can still buy it and sell it, you know. Physical value. Just learn about drawing imbalances boxes. They work. Just a matter of when and trend. What the F is imbalance boxes, man? Imbalance boxes. I don't know. Market imbalance zone. You mean these boxes down here? I don't know what you mean. Like box? They're going to back money after a crash again. They're going to back money after a crash again. True. So how is Bitcoin doing right now? Let's go and check that out. We're not looking at BB anymore on moon phases. We are done with that. So let's see here. Still up there. Let me pop the indicators for 1 hourly. So this 1 hourly was actually a little bit bullish. I think this divergence up here. Let's see 4 hourly. No, there is no bullishness. It just kinda, it got extended down, hug, smack. So I think we're going back down a little bit up here before we continue towards the upside, maybe. So maybe we're gonna retest the 20 and 50 moving average before the day is done, and then bounce off of that towards the upside. What do you think, guys? I'm gonna retest the 20 and the 50 moving average down here. I'm gonna retest this. Why am I drawing this in this color up here? That's nice. 2000 done, then pump and rocked BTC. I'm going to peg crypto. You cannot peg crypto to anything because you are not printing the money. You know, if you're printing the money, you can peg it to something maybe. Well, technically, if you peg Bitcoin to gold, it could just be that, you know, it's not viable because of the mining prices. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. So you can still peg it, but you know it might not be viable because you know you have mining cost. At least gonna retest 40k, and we hope it holds low. Yeah, I mean around 40k, give or take. We hope it holds. Like there is no problem just going a little bit down here again. So we might see, you know, some kind of, you know, last fear up here before a pump towards the upside, right? Who got rock pool by Altcoin Goblin Town? Skips the sticker. Ah. Maybe they'll pay fiat money to Dogecoin value. Now that would be insane. Fiat is right now worth as Doge, but that will be going down in value though. Altcoin. It should be like this because let's check it out. Altcoin. Huh? Green Mega Rocket, yeah, 800x, sorry, 8x, Altcoin. I don't know why it is pumped so much, but you know. Oh, this is all over the place. It's actually on Kraken as well, on Binance. Altcoin is on Binance. WTF Altcoin, if it's on Binance. It's just called Ape. Ape NFT, it's not this one. 700%, man. But. How did it do 800% if this is... This only has... Maybe just got listed or something like that. I don't know, man. Twitter Altcoin. Altcoin. Introducing Altcoin Ape, a token for culture, game and commerce used to power the center community building at the forefront of Web3. So he's using all the right names, you know. He's using Ape, gaming, commerce, decentralized community, Web3, you know. Join our Telegram at 9 p.m. Frank will discuss Altcoin IPO DAO, especially we chat with our board. Altcoin is here. So it just got released or something like that. I don't know why it pumped like 100%. Tons of hype on Twitter. Yeah, these guys got like something like 140k followers. Coinbase exchange trading for Ape will now begin. As a reminder, Ape is labeled as experimental. So 4 hours ago it launched on, you know, Coinbase. Maybe that's it. Altcoin. Ape. Well, they got... what is Ape? I don't know what this is, man. Governance utility token. Governance and utility token. Governance and utility token. It's Bored Ape Yacht Club coin. Oh, I get why it pumped like 800%. You should say it's Ape Yacht Club coin launched today. Okay, pumped and dumped. Did it dump? Because I don't see any dump, I see just pump. Because if you look at the market, it's up like 700%. It's at 8.06. So I don't see the dump. Yeah, it was at 50 bucks. Oh, it was at 50, so it pulled down to 8 bucks. Okay. Nah, that's just volatility. That's just volatility. It's still up like 800%. Wait, so that's why it pumped. You see how the daily 600 MI is holding BTC. Guys, do you know what you gotta analyze? You gotta analyze, you gotta analyze the, real numbers, guys. If you wanna go to 600 and stuff like that, you gotta analyze this, man. 666, okay? This is the line that you gotta analyze. Okay? This is the most important line. This is the buy and sell line. 606 line on the daily time frame. As you see here, it holds, bear market. Bear market. These are buying options. Buying, right? And the bottom right now is hitting at 666. All the good stuff, guys. Look at this. 666 moving average. 666 moving average. Only you guys know this now. That's how I know it's the bottom. Bored Ape Yacht Club. ApeCoin. About governance. So the ApeCoin governance itself, yeah, ApeCoin DAO, the governance framework with sports 16 fun, blah blah blah. Why can they talk in like normal English, man? These governance guides are overview of pros, member participation in the submission, commentary, proposal submission, and voting is restricted to ApeCoin DAO members. Holding a coin is the only requirement for membership in DAO. Values boldness, we don't say way equality. One ape equals one ape. The process decision shared openly with the community. I don't like Spurgos, the bottom or the start of the bear. I don't know how you become moderator, but I'm gonna leave you be moderator on the channel. But I don't know how you who gave you the moderator, man. Nice. Do you know Waters Above Crypto channel? Never seen that. Sexy number 666, yeah. Waters, YouTube, let's go. YouTube, Waters Above Crypto. Is there a guy called Waters Above Crypto? Oh, I did not know about this guy. Geometria Crypto. Ooh, he does the stuff. Let's check it out.
Well, another day in the Matrix. Waters Above Crypto. I'm sending you all love and high vibrations to start out this week.
Anytime somebody says high vibrations,
enlightening
stuff
video
like
that exposes the way this code expresses itself, not only in the market but on the world stage.
Because we found something nice and vibrations and this aroma around us. I hope it enters your body and you see clearly the numbers of the universe. Whatever, right? Okay, I see where this is going.
Decode 20% access to the bearish energy, basically plus or 5 minus.
Geometry, he does the numbers and text and stuff like that, and tries to find the correlation between them. Now we are doing the moons, he's doing the numbers, and that's all good and dandy, and if he finds anything,
The full moon. Check out my last interview with Ani. Now, and my interpretation of the charts, and you want to see more than just Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Up either in my last video that peak resistance would be on highs, and again, you just have to be a little bit more savvy about some of these tools. It's very easy to just go over here to the drawing tool and put
Fibonacci,
curve,
man. I don't want to watch him anymore. He does Fibonacci's.
see that it's been holding this 786 level on lots of daily closures. So this
yeah, no, the numbers are not my thing, man. He's very good. He does both. Likes are going to the moon. The Kebman is in the chat, guys. Kebman says sell everything. That means we are going to the moon. Kebman, my man, how you doing? You know, he either comes when we are at the top or when we are at the bottom. So this is definitely the bottom. This is the third. You know, for I think this is the third signal for today. Kebman comes back in the chat. That's some bottom signal right there, guys. That's the bottom signal. How you doing, my man? How you doing? Kebman, likes are going to the moon. Nice. That's good. Yeah, but he does the the number stuff. I'm not really into that. That's not my thing. But he got a lot of views, you know. So obviously people like numbers.
True. That was during Shemitah, the housing market crisis. We saw 3 and 20 is 43. LVI equals 43. That's the 14th prime, and we're seeing these 14s all over the LA Rams. Again with the 14 and RAM giving us 14, 3, 2, 2 adding up to the 7, and even 32. The mirror of 32 would be 23, which was the score they had. This will get even crazier.
Yeah, you know, these numbers, guys, they are kind of, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's not my thing, man. It's not my thing. Numbers are not my thing. Come on, love. Oh man. Nah, we are not going that far into the abyss. We are staying, you know, at the moons, and that's the only thing we're gonna do, right? The moons are the only thing we're doing, right? When they correlate, it's quite crazy. I mean, he'll find when you're doing the numbers, you'll find correlation about somewhere, you know. But you can only look at it back in time. That's the problem. You can only look at it back in time, and then you know, switching the numbers here and there, up and down. You know, you'll find some kind of correlation. Like some correlation can be like crazy, but you know, it doesn't help you project what's gonna happen next. In my opinion, the bottom for Bitcoin at 37.8. 37.8 down here. Yeah, I mean, we have been just saying right now that these 4 candles are quite bullish. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 candles are very, very bullish. So we are expecting this to continue towards the upside, right? We're expecting this to continue towards the upside, but we have to wait for the breakout. Unfortunately, we have to wait for the breakout and then see what's gonna happen there. Okay guys, I got nothing more today. You saw the bullish bands, you saw the moons. Tomorrow is the moon day, so we're gonna pump, hopefully pump on the moon day. 22k BTC inbound, not yet, man, not yet. Tomorrow is Max Payne. I don't know, man. You should probably ask that, you know, numbers guy whether that's Max Payne. He knows the numbers more than me. But you know, we saw that tomorrow is the moon, so you know, we might pump. We saw the bulge bands on the monthly that we might be getting close to the bottom right now. I mean, it might take, you know, a couple more months or something like that, you know, hit some nice numbers, but we'll see that. Night, bro, and thank you. Peace, man. Gotta say, War Moon doesn't fill me with confidence. Yeah, but you know, hopefully we get more stuff than just the full moon, right? Waves could be the next Binance coin. Waves has less supply token than Binance coin. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? We are not here to bet on the next Binance liquidity exit scam launch. Check it please before leaving. It is doing good. We did check it in the in the start of the show, and you can see here now whether this is the correct lines or not. It does look symmetrical up here, so you might see some bounce. It might be also going down here, something like this, but not very symmetrical. The center plan, there you go. Okay, it's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. You know, it's long enough stream. We're gonna do another tomorrow, hopefully, if I don't do anything else. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button on the way out, and see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye bye. The music is chill, I don't want to stop, man.